Hi, welcome to Diode. It's less than a week to Galaxy Unpacked, and as usual, like every year, leaks are out and things don't quite look good this time. So in this episode, let's talk about the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 and if it will be another disaster for Samsung. And also there's a special feature. Stay tuned for that. So Samsung is all set to release its latest and greatest flagships, the Note 20 and the Note 20 Ultra. One coming for $999 and the other for $1,299. But in this video, we'll specifically talk about the budget one, the $999 variant, because most of the people will be considering that option. So let's get not into the specs, because I feel there are hundreds of technical channels that will be ready to read out the box and the specs off to you, and that also way better than Diode. So let's do what Diode does the best.
Dissect the damn phone.
Okay, starting off with the similarities between the Note 20 and the Note 20 Ultra. Both the phones will be running One UI 2.5 straight out of the box based on Android 10 and will be handled by a Snapdragon 865 in the US and Korean markets and the underperforming Exynos 990 everywhere else. And did I mention the Ultra will be getting an 865 plus, which means a 10% boost in overall performance? The Note 20 will start off with 8GB RAM and 256GB storage, while the Ultra will boost it up to 12GB of RAM and the same 256GB storage. Also an expandable storage option with a microSD slot. And if you ask why the US and Korea get better chipsets, well, Qualcomm is to blame for that. Apparently, Qualcomm owns certain patents that restrict Samsung to sell certain components in US and Korea. And the whole drama began way back in 1993. So I've linked the whole story in the description. And if you're watching Diode, I know you have a big brain and you probably will be interested in this kind of stuff. And it's quite an interesting read, so go give it a read. And guess what? The major similarities end here. And from this point onwards, everything seems to go downhill for the $999 Note 20. A 6.7-inch Full HD at 60Hz. 60Hz? 60Hz? That is some interesting decisions made by Samsung. I mean, a $1,000 phone in 2020 with a 60Hz display? What? And that's an off-putting flaw right there. With way cheaper phones like ROG phone at a fraction of a price, offering 144Hz screen, that's straight up cringy. Gone is the Edge display. Instead, we have a flat panel for once, which I feel is way less prone to accidental touches, less chances of shattering, and most importantly, way more comfortable to use. And up next, we have the plastic build. Yeah, plastic. Many people will be like,
I paid $100. I deserve a glass build.
well, hear me out, guys. Glass is bad. It's fragile, it's a nightmare to handle after it shatters, and most importantly, every accidental drop of your phone won't give you a cardiac arrest. Plastic itself is a combination of plastic and glass, so it can take that rough abuse throughout the phone's life without making it feel cheap. And you're gonna use a case anyway, so there's no point having a glass build. Because I can't see you doing glass. No one does that. You won't either. So get yourself a plastic phone and save yourself from those heart attacks and costly repairs. Or spend that extra cash to get the Note 20 Ultra, which is equipped with Gorilla Glass 7, which apparently is quite strong. The next big thing is definitely why you will buy a Note. The S Pen. Well, the Note 20 offers a 120Hz screen, and combined with a high refresh rate screen and a 9ms response time of the S Pen, the S Pen in the Note 20 Ultra gives a lifelike writing experience. On the other hand, the cheaper Note 20 with a slower refresh rate screen and a higher latency of 26 milliseconds remains a slower option, but still provides one of the best stylus experiences in the market right now. Moving on, we have the cameras. And this time, it's a 12-megapixel main camera with optical image stabilization at f1.8 aperture, 12-megapixel ultra-wide with f2.2 aperture, and a telephoto lens at 64 megapixels also equipped with optical image stabilization. The same as S20 and S20 Plus. It's one of the best, no complaints. But wait, doesn't this look a bit similar? And the front camera is great too, but I don't think anyone else cares about it other than these two.
दोस्तों देखो यहाँ पे चल रही है सेल्फी सेल्फी सेल्फी।
यहाँ पे दोस्तों इसके साथ में है मेरे पास में ये दुनिया की सबसे बड़ी सबसे लंबी सेल्फी स्टिक
हाईलाइट को जो कि है इसका ये एक सेल्फी कैमरा। सेल्फी खिंचवानी है तो डेफिनेटली भाई करना तो पड़ता है ना।
So while watching some of Technical Guruji's video, I came across with some interesting ones. Give it a look.
दोस्तों ये जो चाइनीज ऐप्स को बाहर निकाल के फेंका है ना, मतलब ये यार काफी खुशी का सा मौका है। मतलब जो सीन है वो बड़ा ही इंटरेस्टिंग सा बन गया है। One UI 2.1 बेस्ड है तो मतलब कोई भी चाइनीज कचरा आपके फोन में कहीं से भी नहीं आ सकता है। और प्रोटेक्शन खैर आपको वैसे दोस्तों रहेगी, बिकॉज मतलब कोशिश इसी बात की रखेंगे पूरी कि टिकटॉक जो है वापस ना आए, और अगर आए तो वापस से बोलेंगे निकल पहली फुर्सत में। दोस्तों एक भयंकर बहुत ही शानदार मतलब बड़ी जबरदस्ती दोस्तों गुड न्यूज निकल के आ रही है। मतलब मैं बस जल्दी से आपके लिए वीडियो लेके आ रहा हूँ जहां पे इंडिया में गवर्नमेंट ने 59 ऐप्स को दोस्तों बैन कर दिया है, जहां पे मोस्टली ऐप्स चाइनीज हैं। और ऐसे में लिस्ट में टिकटॉक का नाम भी शामिल है। तो ओप्पो इंडिया में लेके आ चुका है अपना एक नया ब्रांड न्यू स्मार्टफोन, जो दोस्तों यहाँ पे ये है मेरे पास में ओप्पो रेनो 4। दोस्तों फाइनली OnePlus लेके आ चुका है अपना ब्रांड न्यू स्मार्टफोन, जो कि यहाँ पे ये है मेरे पास में OnePlus Nord।
Guruji. Another exciting news comes from the close relations between Samsung and Microsoft, and that is the Xbox Cloud, which will allow you to play AAA titles right on your phone with an Xbox controller. The notes will now come with 3D Sonic Plus fingerprint sensors, which will allow you to use 2 fingerprints at once for improved security. Although these ultrasonic fingerprint sensors have been slower in the past, but let's see if Samsung has improved it in this generation. The Note 20 will have a 4300 mAh battery, while the Note 20 Ultra will have a 45 mAh battery. The Note 20 will be capable of charging at 25 watts, while the Ultra will be capable at 45 watts, but both of them will be shipping with a 25 watt charger. So you'll have to buy that 45 watt charger yourself. Wow, that's some Apple tactics I thought, but never mind. Okay, so now the question remains, should you buy it? The Note 20 Ultra? Yes, if you have the money, if you have $1,300 to spend, yes, definitely go ahead and buy it, because there is no competition to that phone. And speaking of the Note 20, maybe you should skip this one, because for $1,000 I think the hardware is subpar. Also, I feel that Samsung should have instead reduced the price to about $750 and named it the Note 20 Lite, or may have used the 765G maybe, or budget Exynos like what they did with the Note 10 Lite. So that should sum up Apple's, yeah. Sure. So that should sum up Samsung's latest and greatest pair of flagships for this year. Although these features may sound cool and stuff, but Diode will urge you not to buy a new phone until and unless your old one is completely wrecked. And if you are considering to upgrade to a new phone, please recycle your old one. Please do, it really helps. So that is it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you felt it was worth it, go ahead and smash that like button. It really encourages Diode, and a subscription even more so. So go ahead and click that subscribe button right now. Make sure to leave a comment and do visit our social media pages for fun tech memes, tech trends, and all the updates about Diode. And all the links are in the description. So until next time, bye.
No one does that.
Nowadays it's all about this. Nowadays it's all about this. Nowadays it's all about this.